Hey, hello, and welcome to the show. It is me, John Park. This is Show and Tell. I am guest hosting here tonight. I'm also on a very rickety old computer because one of my computers is dying, so it's a bit of a weird setup. But we'll see how this works. Wow, that's so grainy. So this is the Show and Tell. We've got a couple people from the Adafruit team who are going to come on and show some things, and I'm also going to post a link over in the Discord for anyone else that wants to join in. So. Give me just a moment to grab that link. I didn't get it done in time. And hold on. If you're interested in joining, you can check out the blog post that's up, or head on over to our Discord server, which is at adafruit.it/Discord. Look for the live broadcast chat channel, and you can hop in there. So let's first of all bring on Scott. Hey, Scott.
Hey, John. Thanks for hosting and having me.
What's new in Scott's world?
Oh, agents are changing the way I'm working, which is wild. So check out my deep dives if you want to see how that works. Tim is filling in for me this week, though. Tim's doing other LLM stuff that's really interesting, too. For me, I'm doing Zephyr, and mostly Zephyr native simulator. So the native simulator runs on your regular computer, but is pretending to be more like a regular microcontroller device anyway. So there's a couple things that I've been doing. I've been doing a few things there. The two that I wanted to show you today are I added memory tracking to. So I have the native simulator outputting what's called a perfetto trace. So it's showing me over time different things. So I can zoom in and out, and this is like Zephyr stuff. And then what I'm adding here in a new PR is tracking CircuitPython memory usage. So you can see here that it's like tracking as you import and run how much memory you're using. This will be really helpful for if we want to take a particular library or particular code sample, just import it and see how much memory it takes us to do that sort of thing. And then I'll just show, since I'm showing this off, I'll point out that this is also the UR output. You can see auto reload is on. And so it's also trying to pretend like you had a Salier hooked up to everything. So I also use this for, actually, can we see GPIO? So yeah, we can see okay, here's the 4 blinks at the start for safe mode, and then here's the 1 blink that you finished code.py correctly. So this is meant to be all in one, here's what's happening in the native simulator. And then you can use that in automated tests that an LLM can look at, but you can also just use it for yourself. So that's one thing. And then the other thing I've been working on is displays. And so this is, I have a bunch of different captures from the native simulator and the display. So here's a black and white one, and a color one, and then one that has alpha channel. Nice. So the image is there, but the alpha is all transparent. And then there's also a color gradient that I'm playing with. So this is what it looks like.
Nice.
But CircuitPython does all this smarts about display I/O. You just treat it like you have full color, and then it automatically converts it to you. So this gives you an idea of how that does. So if it's black and white, here's what it looks like if you're doing that. That's a mask. Here's the terminal again. Here's the gray. So we use Luma calculation to do gray, which is why it's not an even line across. It's meant to we're trying to make your pictures look good out of the box, regardless of what it is. I think there's a grayscale one here too. Yeah, there's the grayscale terminal. And this is also testing byte ordering. So there was a bug I think I showed last week that I had a green blinka, and that was a byte ordering bug. And these tests found it fixed that as well.
That's great.
So the native sim is really what I'm leaning into, and it's allowing me to bring up CircuitPython on new hardware as well, like the RA8 that I think I showed off last week. This monster with the screen attached to it is now working, and the colors are right.
Show that thing again. Hold on, I'm gonna solo you so people can appreciate
So this is the
the amazing
RA8 dev chip. This is the
Uh-huh.
actual chip here. And then they have like the Arduino footprint over here and the like click footprint.
Uh-huh.
And then Ethernet is something that I really do want to do soon. Like I think I'm pretty close. I have networking working in the native simulator, but not over Wi-Fi or with Ethernet. So those should be close to being doable too. But then the display, it has this really weird like board-to-board connector, and I do not like this setup.
No, that looks fragile.
It's yeah, it's fragile, but I think it might be by design. Like I think the connector might be designed to not have to be like super flush in order to fit.
I see.
But it's
Ribbon
still,
cable would be a nice addition.
and it's
to
like
that.
yeah, it's like below the
Yeah.
main board. I am definitely not a fan of that setup for sure.
Yeah, it looks like
but it does work.
Get some Lego out and at least brace the thing.
I don't know where I'd find any Lego.
Oh no! Right.
I've got a few pieces here.
Yeah. That's a good side quest.
So I think you ordered these too, the smart bricks.
Yeah, I just got a set yesterday or the day before
nice.
the mail with a smart brick in it. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, but
mine comes on Friday.
Really interested.
I was on Lego.com when they just released them, and I was like, okay, fine.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Yeah.
So I got the one that has 2 smart bricks in it because I might take one apart.
Good.
We'll see.
I think I got like a Darth Vader related one that has a single smart brick on it. It was like a medium sized set.
Yeah.
Lego's clever because they have their little VIP Insiders Club thing, so they send emails to me when a thing is going to come out, and they tell me it's a pre-order, so I feel special, and like, there's pressure to do it before the hoi polloi get their grubby mitts on it. So they've got my number. It's very easy.
I feel ya.
Me into
I will like. I thought I had resisted it, and then I was like, happened to be shopping for my eldest's birthday this month. And I was like, what else could I buy since I'm ordering from them? And then I saw, these are out and they're in stock. I'm like, okay, I can't help myself.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah.
Curious to see if we could do any sort of BLE stuff to them. That would be
neat. I mean, what's interesting too is the sheer level of from scratch stuff that they appear to have done. It's not like this is like some, Nordic thing in a brick. Like this is a lot of from scratch stuff, I think.
I'm interested to see a teardown because I know they said custom ASIC, but that doesn't mean that it's not next to something else.
Right on.
So for example, like the new AirTags, like they're still NRF 52840s, but they're next to like Apple's custom ultra wideband chip.
So it's a little coprocessor for some of the wireless things.
Yeah, so I'm excited to play with it and see just how programmable it is and how you do that and if it's open or if it's really locked down.
And if it's fun, like is there something like, a lot of these Lego things have had really cool innovation, but they're kind of not that interesting to play with in the long run. Like that had some of the Mario stuff and maybe there's an age bracket that likes that, but it had like a little color sensor, pattern sensor in the base and it could tell what tile it jumped on and say something, but that gets old really quickly. So. Yeah,
and I was pretty disappointed. I had like the retro radio too, and I was just like, it has the sound brick and just was not that interesting. So yeah, I'm excited to get my hands on these smart bricks, and I don't really care about Star Wars, so I'm hoping I can like make it more generic. I hope there's a generic way for it to work.
Yeah, we'll see.
But we'll see. Maybe it uses regular NFC. I don't know.
Possibilities are there. All right. Hey, thanks, Scott, and have fun going playing with your stuff there.
Oh yeah, me and my 4-year-old.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Next up, we got Noe. Noe.
Hey, what's up, John? Can you hear me okay?
I can. Yeah. What's going on here? This is some gorgeous looking stuff you got.
All right. Yeah. So I have here our little cutie pie. RP2040 running some CircuitPython code, and this is the neobff just so I can easily connect a NeoPixel strip. So I have a NeoPixel strip inside here that's embedded in a little 3D printed sandwiched case.
Nice.
It's got a grid inside and a little white diffuser over it so that you can diffuse the NeoPixels. So I've been wanting to do this idea where you have a simple interactive light strip and it gets activated with some MIDI notes. So I have a USB MIDI controller here that's just connected to my computer as a host. and then I could just play some notes, and then hopefully we'll get some lights that light up.
Yeah.
So it's pretty simple, right? You press a note, the light lights up, and then of course I got to play I got to do the Close Encounters theme. But what's interesting about this is I've wanted to do this, but I kind of wanted to try Claude Code. So I finally tried Claude Code,
right.
and it only took like 2 prompts to get like a basic demo going, and then I just kept adding more things to it. So this is what I came up with, and I kind of want to scale it up. Thanks to Carter, because he's the one who's like, hey, why don't you make it actually look like the billboard in the movie, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. So that's my next step, is to how do I get this 1x16 bar into like the 6x12 bar I think they have. So that's my next thing. So instead of using the PCB NeoPixel strip, I'm going to go with the seed pixels. Why don't we go to the thing so we can see? Yeah, so I want to go to the seed pixels so that if I have a grid, then I don't have to like do a serpentine thing. I can just kind of add it to like maybe little holes in the back where I'm just like kind of adding them. I did something similar with that Epcot Spaceship Earth project. So that's kind of the method I want to go with. Cool. Yeah, so less soldering strips.
Yeah.
So
And on your project there, are you doing USB MIDI out to the to interpret for the lights as well as the synth you're driving, or are you also going out of like a classic MIDI for the synth side of it?
Yeah, so right now it's just doing MIDI receive, like so it's just listening to whenever there's a note in a range, and then it just does it when there's a note. So in my DAW, I have it set up so that there's an external MIDI channel, and then I'm also using another synth to make the noise. Right. But you can kind of do a thing where let's see if I could do this real quick without breaking anything. Let's see. Let me mute.
Cool. Yeah, that's neat. Oh, you got muted.
Can you hear me? Okay. There you go. Yeah, so I just have a MIDI region like just programmed, so it's an interesting way. Like it's just playing MIDI notes without any instruments. So you can do it that way too. Just kind of neat.
Yeah, MIDI's an interesting source of light show.
It is. Yeah, it definitely is. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got going on. So really we'll see what I come up with next week on 3D Hangouts. We'll see what I get.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, and I think you could also imagine if you've laid that out in equal spacing to a keyboard, doing sort of a DIY
that would
learning
be cool.
Piano kind of thing that tells you when to play and that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, the hard thing with that is just getting the pitch right.
Yeah,
and because each pixel NeoPixel strip has like a different pitch. That,
versus your keyboard.
I'm not sure what this is. Yeah, it's not like a standard. Maybe it is a standard. I'm not sure, but yeah, that could be a good idea too.
Yeah, very cool.
Cool.
All right. And are you going to be writing that up as an upcoming guide?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I got the okay earlier in the meeting. So
good. Yeah,
as long as I have the mashed potato. I saw that. I think
I saw that movie at the drive-in theater when I was a kid.
Okay,
must have been pretty young, but it was the mashed potato scene was actually really memorable. So
yeah,
go watch it if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to see it this weekend.
Yeah, excellent. Good. All right.
Bye, John.
Next time to see it. All right, and last up from the community, we have Boian Mitov. Hi, Boian.
Hello, John.
How are you doing today?
Pretty good, thank you. How about you?
All right, thanks. What's new? What you got to
show? I will share my screen. Hopefully it is going to work. And
there we go.
Okay, arrange things. Okay, I have released a couple of weeks ago the latest version of Vizuno. And there are quite some exciting new major features. Again, if we go to the Vizuno website, you can see all the new stuff that has been added. So it's a lot, right?
Wow.
But that being said, I just wanted to show some of the more interesting features, as well as something that's already under development in the last couple of weeks for the next version. So I have added, since the release, MCP 2518, 2517 CanFD support. Yeah, that version actually came with the first CanFD support, and this is the first chip to support it. And here I have a quick project that I have put together that is running. I can connect, and we should be able, yes, we can see the canvas messages. And I will even quickly demonstrate how I did the project. So I can put 2518. It's a bit slow when the SteamYard is running, but that being said, we still should be able to, just within a few seconds, put together a project, connecting the chip to the SPI pin, connecting chip select, connecting the output to serial port. So yeah, we're building at the moment a complete CanFD quick application. I can add a message to be sent. And of course, for the message, we could have set a value, but I'm just quickly, not to waste everybody's time, showing the general architecture. And finally, I can clock the message with something, let's say a button or something, but now I have selected just a clock generator. So that's how I did the project. So that's the same project that's running at the moment. So now I'll show some of the new features that has been added in Vizuno. First of all, I have added Arduino Uno Q, which again, not necessarily, I don't want to say politically not very correct thing. It's not my favorite board necessarily, but that being said, it has everything: the display, the LEDs, the communication between the Arduino core through the monitor and the Linux core. So everything that's supported in the Arduino is supported in the board. I have also added ESP32C5 support. But now I will show some of the more interesting new features in the professional version. The first one is that in subdiagrams now, you can add things like I2C boards as example. So I'll pick a random I2C board, and I can add I2C channels. Not only I2C, I can add pretty much any type of channel. And I needed to do it the other way around. It's an output, not input. Output. So now I can connect my board to the I2C, and then I can go to the main diagram and add a sub-diagram. Oops. I can add a sub-diagram, and it will have the I2C, which I can connect to my board. So I can organize the architecture. That's number one. And number two, the custom code component in the professional version now allows you to paste Arduino code. So if I go and copy some Arduino code here, unfortunately I didn't prepare ready Arduino code, I can simply paste it here, click OK, and it's gonna effectively inject that code within the sub-diagram. So if you have Arduino, I use it a lot when I have demos, since the Arduino IDE is much more clumsy and slow when you paste code and stuff like that due to the JavaScript. Here I can very quickly copy and paste Arduino code and compile it and run it and see it immediately. So that's another new cool feature. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show for today. There is plenty more, but I'm leaving it for everybody to discover on their own.
Excellent. Congrats on the new release, and thanks for showing off the new features.
Oh, thank you.
Take care, Boian.
You too. Take care. Bye.
All right, and that is going to do it for Show and Tell. Thanks so much, everyone, for showing your cool projects and for stopping by to hang out over in the chats. There are going to be some new videos that Lady Ada and PT are working on. I don't think there's any live stream, but keep an eye out on our feeds and the blog for a couple of videos that they are able to put together while we were doing this. So thanks, everyone, so much, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.